everybody. I'm Billy Hofacker. I'm at Island MMA. I'm with the NYFE champion, Rob, a great training partner. We're gonna go over a move from half guard. It's a very effective pass. So let's get into it. We call this one the WWF half guard pass. So most of the time when you're in half guard, we obviously want to keep our opponent flat on his back. The more he starts coming up to his side, the more danger we're in. So keeping him flat, my first objective is usually going to be to grab my opponent's head. When I have control of his head, I become much more dangerous, and most people know that. So this move is especially effective. This is almost the go-to pass if I can't grab my opponent's head. So most guys are smart. When I go to grab their head, they stop it. They stop this. He doesn't want me controlling his head. So from this position, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start coming over his body. So instead of grabbing the head, almost like I'm elbowing the floor, I come right over his body, elbow to the floor. And as I do that, as I come over his body, I'm going to turn my hips to the side like this here. If I'm sprawled out on him on my left hip. Another thing I do before I start the pass is a lot of guys, especially Rob's real good at this, he captures the leg with his legs. So as I'm trying to move up his body, he grabs my leg with his legs and it's hard to come up his body. So what I do to avoid that in the first place, as soon as I get settled into half guard, whether I passed his guard or whether I took him down, I fold my leg in like a frog right here. So now he goes to grab my leg and it's not there. So I fold that leg inside, come over the body, turn my hips to the side like this. Now I like to, for the same reason, I like to keep this leg high by his butt. If I have it out here, he starts messing around with it, just creating problems for me, making life more difficult. So what I do is I keep my foot all the way up to his body. There's two ways that I could do that. One is just to kind of bring it up in one motion. Another way, if I don't have the strength to do that, I just kind of walk my foot up, heel, toe, all the way up to his butt. I keep it nice and tight against his butt, so nice and compact here. Now one danger with a strong, explosive guy is they roll you over. So he's gonna roll me to his right. Yeah, so what I wanna do, what he has to do to roll me is he has to unlock his leg and bridge off the floor. But sometimes the guy's real fast and I'm not careful and my leg is too far in. So my bottom leg is too far in and he goes to explode into me. Boom, I can end up on my back. So what I wanna do to avoid that is I bring my leg out. So it's kind of like a kickstand here. So now, if worst case scenario, he tries to bridge me over, I have time here and I have some leverage and some base with my leg here so I don't get rolled over. And again, he has to unlock his legs to do that. So as soon as he does that, unlock his legs to bridge me over, boom, I'm out. And this is my pass. So that's a great technique to know in itself. So when I'm here, keep my foot close to his butt, keep my leg out, my bottom leg is out. The next step is I want to grab inside his leg. When I do this, I want to be very careful with it. If I go to grab his leg like this, Rob's a sneaky guy, he's going to grab my elbow from the backside here, and then it becomes annoying. So I definitely want to try to avoid that, and the way that I do that is I like to use my elbow right here. Rob goes to reach my arm here, and it's not so easy here. I have my arm in tight. So what I do is I try to pop my knee through a little bit this way. Then I kind of just swivel my arm inside. So from here, I swivel and I grab his leg like this, cradling his leg. This gives me a ton more control when he tries to open his legs and when I'm going to pass here. So I'm over his body, facing sideways, I'm perpendicular with his body, my leg is out, my arm is in, I can have this arm to base, grab it onto his leg, anchoring to his body. Now the next step, if the guy ever opens his legs, if there's enough room to open the legs, this makes life really easy. All I'm gonna do is just pull my leg out and base far back. If I pull my leg out and I don't base far enough, look what happens. Boom, Rob's gonna get on top. So what I do, it's almost like I'm turning to my belly. If he opens his legs a little bit, boom, come up here. And then from here, I can square up and I can work different positions. But that's not always what happens. So from here, holding on to the leg, I have to start prying my leg out. So what I'm gonna do is I move up his body with my hips. So I move my hips towards his head. Depends on your body type. I have longer legs, so I have to move up quite a bit to get my leg inside. So now from here, I'm gonna get my hips up and I'm gonna come up right onto his body like this. Boom, I sit on my butt, but I bring my shin across his upper thigh there. I dig my shin right to his muscle. That doesn't feel good. So now from here, it's an easy thing for me, especially with no gi. I just slide my leg right through. Even if Rob holds it kind of tight, he feels my legs real tight. All I do is I pry. I pull up on the leg, push down on my leg, and look what happens. The leg is free. From here, right away, I don't want to hang out here because if he's strong, he might push me over. Boom, here, and I still control the leg. He can't get me back to guard. I'm blocking him here, holding him away. Now from here, I'm just going to square my hips up. Boom, and I'm in a good attacking position. Hope you enjoyed this WWF half guard pass. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more great techniques at LI MMA.
Cause that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold said so.